Hello everyone, I'm Sean Billiot. My paper is Improvise, Adapting, and Overcoming. I'm going to go a little bit off script from my original paper, and it's been a few short months in 2020, and our life has really changed dramatically due to the coronavirus outbreak. And I was talking about all of the history of our Marine Corps veterans and how they adapted, and it feels not too long ago about Hurricane Katrina, even Hurricane Michael in Panama City. I actually lived there for about 10 years. And we all have to, there's always situations that we have to adapt and overcome and improvise. And I was looking back on it. I was reading my paper again, and some words ended up coming out on a piece of paper, and I want to share those words with you. As we ride the north winds with little to no worries, we miss what, why, how, who, what, when, where is beneath us. And suddenly the universe changes. The earth rotates in every direction. And now we have to learn how to walk and crawl again. No more wind to ride. How do we survive? We look back to go forward. How did they do it? Can we learn from our heroes? Learn from the heroes of the past? We can all learn. We can all overcome and adapt to crawl and to walk again and to ride that north wind. So it puts it in perspective to me that we all have this connection with our past. And if we take a moment to look back and to try to learn from how they did it, whether it was the Great Depression, whether it was back in the 60s and the 70s, and the hurricanes and how they overcame those hardships, and I'm Native American, and how even my ancestors, how they dealt with the hardships they had to go through. And even then, they had to improvise how they were gonna survive, and they had to adapt to their environment, and they had to overcome those hardships. And that's why I brought up those Montford Point Marines, because those guys were brave. And even though they had to come back to a country, an unappreciative country, they still did it. And when they came back, they had to overcome a lot, and especially back in the 40s. So, and I brought up my mom. My parents were divorced, and she had 3 kids to deal with, and she adapted to that situation, and she improvised it, and she overcame her own hardships, and she had to help us deal with it. And she's a strong woman. She really is. And I still look for her for guidance. And I really look up to her for that. And I bring up those Marines because a lot of those situations still happen today, sadly. And I really have a connection with that. So that's why I brought those up, because we really have to look back on how did they do it. So that way it'll be a little bit easier for us going through this coronavirus, and how we learn how to adapt to it. And, with our children, if we have children, online learning, I know it was a little different from them to us, but, just the little things that we have to adapt to. So that's what kind of went a little bit off script, but I think we're all doing a good job, and we should give ourselves all a pat on the back for it. So thank you, and have a good day.